Hi friends, welcome to my channel Scribe. In today's video, we are diving into a fun and simple sewing project using discarded fabrics. I'll guide you through a step-by-step process on how to sew a corner bookmark. These fabric bookmarks are incredibly easy to make, and with just a few straight line stitches, anyone with basic sewing skills can easily create their own piece. You will need a few basic materials in order to sew this fabric bookmark, such as some fabric scraps, a pair of scissors, a ruler, pencil or fabric marker, and of course a sewing machine. I am dedicated to transforming old clothes into meaningful and practical products, addressing the growing issue of fashion waste. Fast fashion has exacerbated the problem of cast-off clothing, leading to a significant increase in textile waste. My initiative focuses on upcycling these garments to create new and useful items, helping to reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills. So let's get started. Firstly, grab some old clothes you have lying around. We are going to cut these old fabrics into square shapes. For this project, I used 11 by 11 cm measurements as shown in the video. To create one piece of bookmark, we will only need 3 square pieces. It is always a good idea to iron your fabrics before you start your sewing. So I took my cut fabric pieces and pressed them nicely to ensure that they are smooth and wrinkle free before arranging them for sewing. We should always mark the right and wrong sides of the fabric. Some fabrics can be tricky to distinguish between these two sides, so grab a fabric marker and make sure to mark the wrong side of each piece to avoid any confusion later on. Now take the first piece of square fabric and fold it in half to create a triangular shape as shown in the video. Be sure to fold it with the wrong side of the fabric facing inwards. Now place the triangular piece on top of the second square fabric piece. Please make sure that the right side of the second square fabric is facing up. Now take the third square fabric piece and gently place it on top of the other two pieces as shown in the video. Please make sure that the right side of the fabric piece is facing down. Make sure that all the 3 pieces are perfectly aligned and secure them on 4 corners using fabric pins or needles. Once we have secured the edges of the fabrics, we need to locate the triangular piece inside. This will help us mark the opening of the fabric. As shown in the video, leave a 3 to 4 cm gap and mark the sewing lines. Make sure you leave at least half centimeter gap from the edges of the fabric for seam allowance. As shown in the video, make sure not to stitch at this marked gap. This gap will be used later to turn the fabrics right side out. Now take this fabric to the sewing machine and sew along the marked lines, making sure to leave the gap. Once you stitch the edges, use the gap that we left to turn the fabric right side out. I feel we need a lot of patience and passion in order to learn sewing. For me, sewing is like meditation, which brings me joy and a sense of accomplishment when I see the final and finished product. If you are still watching this video, I can tell that you are just as passionate as me about learning new things. So once you have turned the fabric right side out, use a sharp tool or scissors to gently push out the corners from the inside for a smoother finish at the edges. Now I want to take a moment to request all my viewers to consider the impact of fast fashion and fashion waste on our landfills. Clothing has become cheaper largely due to the use of synthetic fibers and petroleum-based materials. While we might think our clothes are made from natural materials like cotton, wool, or silk, but many of them actually contain plastics such as polyester. So let's think about it and make informed choices. Now we need to stitch the gap we left when sewing the inside fabric. To close the gap evenly, pull on both sides of the fabric and see that the gap is closed properly. Now let's take this fabric piece to the sewing machine and stitch along the two sides of the fabric as shown in the video, which will also help in concealing the gap at once. And we are done stitching this beautiful fabric bookmark. Thank you so much for watching this fun and easy tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, stay curious and keep learning.